And this will be a power yoga class, so you're going to get your heart rate up, and today we're specifically going to do a little more core focus and control in our core. So let's begin by taking your awareness inside. You can even close your eyes. Think about what's going on inside of your body, nothing else off of your mat. Begin to slow your breath. Notice your breath. So often we walk around without taking a single deep, full breath in. We can go all day or days like that. Notice the change that brings about mentally and physically, just to take full breaths. Breathing so much that your chest rises, your shoulders even lift. And as you exhale, allow that oxygen, that new air to bring softness into your body. Allow it to move down. Begin to slow your breath. Bringing both your inhales and exhales through your nose. I know you can hear my breath, but think about it as you're trying to mimic the waves of the ocean, or almost sounds like Darth Vader. Slight constriction in the back of your throat. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And try to keep this breath throughout your practice. If you lose it or forget it, as soon as you notice, just come back to it. That's a challenge in itself, just to keep your Ujjayi breath. And then bring your arms out by your sides. Inhale, take your gaze up, look up. Exhale, let's take a side stretch. Bring your left arm down, reach your other arm over. Hold here for a breath. Next inhale, bring it up, over to the other side. Bring it back through center and come into tabletop position. Knees are hip width distance. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale for cow. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, angry cat. And take child's pose. Spread your knees wide. Take your hips towards your heels and allow your arms to stretch out in front of you. And I'm going to come up so you can understand me better, but hold here in your child's pose. Breathing. Sending your breath down the length of your spine. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, please do. I like to share what I'm working on, and maybe it will resonate with someone. And if not, you feel free to set your own intention. But for today, we're going to work on a lot of controlled movements. And you're still in child's pose, just breathing now. Controlling our thoughts, our breath, And in life, that's the only thing we can control. And there's so much we can't control right now. But when we mindfully learn to control these things in our body, it takes a lot of work at first, but then it becomes second nature. But the same thing, when we learn to control our thoughts, how our experiences, our attitudes, it takes a little work at first, but once we can do that, that's all we can control. It changes the way that we experience other things that are beyond our control, which is everything else. And so, for my intention in my practice, it's control. It's learning to control my breath, control my thoughts. If my thoughts begin to wander or negativity sinks in, like I can't do this is too hard, let it go. Those are just thoughts. They don't define us. Think of them as words, let them go. And learn to control, make it a positive experience. So take another minute to set your own intention. Downward facing dog. Curl your toes, lift your hips to the sky. Pull your belly in and up, the length of the spine here. Think about creating length all the way from your tailbone, all the way to the very top vertebra. Begin to walk your feet to meet your hands. Rise up one vertebra at a time. When you get up, take some shoulder rolls. On the inhale, take your gaze up, reach up. On the exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips, keep water in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hold here. You can take your hands to your thighs, to your shins, to the earth. Think about a straight line here, from your tailbone to the crown, just like in downward dog. Belly in, exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands, step back for plank. Now you can stay here or drop your knees. Think about everything hugging into the midline of your body, from skin to muscle to bone. Hug in. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold here for a minute. Really press the tops of your feet into the earth. Lift your legs, pull your chest through, let your heart shine. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Another deep breath in. Sigh it out. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Next, inhale, step or float. Use your core to float to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank. Hold here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here, 3 more breaths. Next, inhale, step or float to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high to low. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's go through one more. Next inhale, step or float to the top, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold in your down dog for 3 more breaths. After your 3rd breath, step or float to the top of your mat. You can toss in a chair pose. Sit low in your chair. Check out, make sure you can see your big toes. You want your knees stacked over your heels. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Lower down. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Warrior 1 on the right foot forward. Rise tall. Really lift the inner arches of both feet. Press through the pinky toe side of your back foot. One more breath. Open up, warrior 2. Back foot shifts so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Now draw in to create your fullest expression out. Maybe come a little bit lower in your front knee. Now flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Now on the exhale, come down for a tap, 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 and then rise back up on the inhale. Exhale, tap, tap. Inhale to rise. One more. Exhale, tap, tap. Inhale to rise. On the exhale, windmill your arms, step it back, high plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior 1 on the left foot forward. Rise up. Spark your fingers to the sky here. Think strong warrior. What can you do? What control can you bring to make this your strongest warrior yet? Open up, warrior 2. Your hips are squared to the long side of the mat, warrior 2. Create your fullest expression out here. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Let's go for that tap. On the exhale, tap, tap. Inhale to rise. Oh, I'm gonna fall over. Rise up. Exhale, tap, tap. Inhale to rise. Tap, tap. Inhale to rise. All right, bring it down. Step it back, high plank. Exhale to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Next, inhale, step or float to the top, Utkatasana, chair pose. Now, most of the weight is in your heels. So you can even lift your toes up Wherever the same distance that your feet are apart, that's how far you want your knees apart. My feet are together, my knees are together. Now, let's take a couple open twists from chair. So, inhale, think tall spine. Exhale, keep your knees in line where they are. Take your gaze back. Inhale, rise tall just in your torso. Exhale, twist. Inhale, rise your arms to the sky. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Think you have control. Your hips down are glued in place. The twist is coming from your spine. Rise up on the inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Low plank. Inhale for up dog. Down dog on the exhale. Holding your down dog for 5 breaths. After your 5th breath, warrior 2 on the right. Right foot forward. Open up. And make this your strongest warrior. What can you do here to go deeper? You're lifting the inner arches. Maybe you can bend your front knee to more of a 90-degree angle. Pressing your knee out towards your pinky toe. Take your gaze over your front middle finger. Bring your right elbow to the top of your thigh to support. And first, let's open up towards the sky. Left arm reaches up. Now, reach your left fingertips towards the front of your mat. Think about trying to create a straight line from the outside of your back foot all the way to your fingertips. Maybe you open your shoulder up, take your gaze up. Maybe your fingertips come to the earth. But they're just there for stability mainly, because you're using your torso, your core to lift and open. All right, rise back up on the inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank, exhale to low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. All right, warrior 2 on the left. Open up, okay. Come into your fullest expression. Oh, I got a jacket and tied it around my waist. That's where I went because my shirt kept coming up. So just find humor in it. It's what we get when we are working from home, practicing at home. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Now extended side angle. Left hand comes to your thigh. Reach your right arm. First reach up to the sky, open up. And then right fingertips reach to the front. Think about that straight line from the back of your outer foot all the way through to your fingertips. breathe. On, inhale, come back out. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, step or float back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Holding your down dog for 5 breaths. Right after your 5th breath, step or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. All right, so we're gonna come into a little balance here. So, go ahead at home, set your gaze to a spot out in front of you. Fire up your breath, fire up your core. Now on the inhale, grounding down into your left foot, use your belly, use your core, lift your right leg to hip height. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg to hip height, lower down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg. Now pause here. Place your hand on your knee, open up. You can take your left arm out, take your gaze over. Strong breath, 2 more strong breaths here. On an exhale, bring it back through to center, sit back in your chair. Grounding down into your right foot, left foot lifts to hip height. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, lower. You coming as low as you can go. Get your hips low to low. Right leg, lower down. Left leg on the inhale. Left hand comes to your knee. You're just resting it there. The movement, the action's coming from your core. Take your right hand out. Take your gaze out. Bring it back through to center. Lower down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg up. You can place your hand on your knee, or if you'd like a challenge, make sure you zip up. That's why I'm falling over. I'm talking, I'm not breathing, I'm not zipped up through the midline. Or you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers, open out. If you're going for this, you can still take the challenge. Take your gaze over to the left. Somebody's at my door. All right, with control, bring it back through to center. Extra challenge if your legs extended or with a bent knee. Left hand moves to your big toe. Take your gaze behind you. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Right leg. Lower down. Inhale, left. You can grab your knee or your toe. Inhale, belly in and up. Exhale, extend your foot. Point your toes here. That really helps to point your toes. And then open up. Set your gaze. Strong, steady breath. Hug everything in. If If you want for the challenge, take your gaze to the right hand. I'm going to keep my gaze around front. Smile here. Relax your jaw. Bring it back through to center. Challenge. Switch out your hands. Take your gaze back to your left hand. Bring it back to the front. Lower down. Inhale, rise tall, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Take a moment here, check in, roll your shoulders. Notice how this feels in your body. I know I'm sweating and that always feels good. I feel like I'm sweating out all the gunk I don't need. Notice how your breath feels. Notice your heartbeat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. High plank, take an inhale. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Warrior two on the right. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose. Reach your right fingertips forward, bring them to the outside of your shin. Open your arm towards the sky. Think about yourself flat as a pancake here. If you try to bring your arm down, this is when you're usually folded. I can come like this to show you too. Oh, the floor is slippery. Here, I'm trying to be flat as a pancake. If I were to bring my arm down, I'm not, my practice is not that advanced yet. See, I start to come over my chest, my shoulders are not stacked on top of each other, my hips are, but if I come up like this, lifting. Think about yourself expanding in all directions. All right, bring it back to standing. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior two on the left. Triangle pose, straighten your front knee. Reach your left fingertips forward. Extend your right hand to the sky. Now, don't cheat yourself here. You're not putting weight in this bottom hand. You're lifting from your core. Draw in to create your fullest expression out. Remember, the pose begins when we want to get out of it. When we teach ourselves, control our thoughts, let things go that don't serve us. Things tell us to get out, leave. When we learn to stay in the uncomfortable and be comfortable with the uncomfortable, that's a superpower. All right, come back to standing. And let's rinse it out. Exhale, plant your hands, high plank. Exhale, low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come back to your breath, come back to your intention. And then let's come to our seats. So however you want to get there, come on down. Extend your legs out long in front of you. And then extend your arms out in front of you like you're sleepwalking. Now imagine you're gonna roll over a barrel, or like I'm behind you, pulling your belly back and you're pulling your hands forward. So inhale, tall spine here. Exhale, think opposite forces of motion. Belly pulls back, shoulders forward. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Now this time, let's bring it back like you have a long string through your spine. Come about here, now tuck your belly in, roll down one vertebrae at a time, reach over your head. Now using your core, we're gonna come back up. So you're gonna sit up with control, reach over. Perhaps your fingertips extend your feet. Now inhale, tall. Exhale, straight spine. Now pull your belly in, control, control, control. Your belly's tugging in so tight that it's protecting your low back. You stand over. Now let's match our breath with that. Inhale to rise, sit up tall. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tall. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, tall. You can always take a bend in your knees. Put the soles of your feet on the floor if you need to. Exhale, lower. Let's go a little bit faster. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Inhale. This time we're going to exhale all the way down. So, exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower down. Stretch it out. And come on to your left side. Or since I have this in selfie mode, I think it comes out backwards. So you might be on your right, I'm not sure. But these are little Pilates movements that are really core, abs, glutes, control. It's all about control. So you can either place your hand on your underneath your head or your neck, or bring your head down. I know I had neck surgery a few months ago, so I'll probably keep my head down. Right fingertips, right hand comes in front of you just to help you balance. Now, notice your hips stacked one on top of the other. We're not rolling, we're not gonna hula dance. So that's where your control is coming from here. So let's start. Lift your front foot to hip height. Now, with control, inhale, point your toes. You're gonna come to the front. Exhale, bring it to the back. Now this is where that control comes from. Are your hips wiggling back and forth? Move with your breath. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now if you're hula dancing, take a tinier range of movement, a smaller range of movement. All right, bring your feet back together. Now we're gonna do leg lifts. So your top foot is going to turn up towards the ceiling and top knee. Okay, now on the inhale, slowly lift your leg tall, keep your hips stacked on top of one another. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low. It helps to look down at your toe for keeping yourself in control too. Maybe you're a little shaky, that's okay. I am. It's been a long time since I've practiced these. Now, pause here. We're gonna take big circles, like you're tracing the top of a big barrel. Your big toe, trace that big barrel. Now you're isolating your leg in your hip socket. So this is really good for control. It's really good for getting into those glutes. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round. Inhale, front part of this circle. Exhale, back. All right, stop here, pause, reverse. Inhale to rise, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, over. Inhale, up, exhale, over. Now, we're gonna take tiny circles this time, like you're tracing a cantaloupe. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, shake it out. All right, we're gonna keep going now. Lift your leg back up, bicycle. So on the inhale, keep your leg straight to the front. Now, bend in your knee, press your heel behind you. Inhale, straight to the front. Exhale, bend your knee, press your heel behind you. Okay, inhale to the front. Exhale, press your heel behind you. 4 and 5. Now let's reverse. So this time, bend your knee, heel comes up to your butt, and then bring your knee to the front, straighten your leg, okay? Bring it to the back, inhale, exhale, inhale forward, exhale straight to the back, inhale forward, exhale to the back. I think one more, should be 5. Bring your legs back together. Let's scissor that out. So lifting both legs, go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm pulling over 3, 2, 1. Good. Now come up through center and come on to your other side. And we'll start on this side with your front to back. So hips are stacked. Everything's pulling into the midline. Inhale, foot comes to the front. Exhale, bring it to the back. Really think about isolating your leg and your hip socket. Think about control. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. Inhale to the front, exhale to the back. Bring your leg back down. Let's take those leg lifts nice and slow. Inhale, your top knee and foot face the sky. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Three more. Control, control, control. Bring it back together. All right, let's go for those, for our big circles. So we're going to go tracing the round part, the top part of the barrel. Inhale, up. Exhale, go to the back and bring it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, as you bring it down, 2 more. Think control, nice and slow. All right, now we'll take it in the other direction. So bring it back on the inhale, up and around. 3, 4, and 5. Before we take the little circles, I didn't say this at the beginning, but you're not really in a straight line here. Your torso is towards the back side of your mat. Lift your legs, and they are, you have a little angle here. So there we go. Get set up. Let's take those, trace those little cantaloupes. So the top leg lifts. Let's go to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bicycles. On the inhale, straight to the front. Bend your leg. Get your heels close to your butt as you can. And press it behind you. Inhale to the front. Exhale, bend. Press it to the back. Inhale. Exhale, take it back. 2 more. Control, control. Your leg stays at hip height. Now, when you get to the back, pause here. Now, bend your knee, and then bring it to the front. Point your toe. Exhale, back. Inhale, bring it to the front. Extend. Exhale, back. 3 more. All right, bring your legs back back together. Let's do those big scissors. So lift your top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already had my counts off. 8, 9, 10. All right, bring your knees in and come up to your seat. Just keep your legs to one side here. Now inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Reach over. Inhale, bring it back through. Reach your right arm for a side stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach. Inhale through center. Exhale to reach. Let's bring it to the other side. Just bring your legs around. All right, inhale. Left arm comes up. Exhale, reach your right arm over. Inhale through center. Exhale. Good. Now bring it back to seated. Let's come down to your backs. Actually, I'm just joking. We're not going to go to our backs yet. We are going to come back onto our knees. And if you didn't get enough of those little leg circles, we're going to take a different version of that. So inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, bring it down to your mat and your right leg lifts. Now, keep your foot flexed here, just to get your hips in line with one another. Keep your hips stacked here. And then if you want to point your toe. Now, let's go to the front and back here. Now, you're light in your bottom hand, just like in triangle pose. Remember, it's just really kind of there for support. So, now, inhale, leg comes forward. Exhale, bring it to the back. Think about everything from your hip up. It's glued in place. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the front. If you're wibble wobbly, take a smaller range of motion. It doesn't have to be big. And notice the different muscles you work out when you do take a smaller range of motion. You're still hitting something that you don't hit in the bigger parts. All right, now bring it back. Let's take those little circles around tiny cantaloupes. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bring it up through center. Exhale, right arm down. Left leg comes up. So you're in between two window panes here. You're light in your right shoulder, right hand. Let's flex your foot. Get everything engaged. You're hugging in. Hips are stacked. Then you can point your toe. Inhale to the front. Exhale back. Inhale front. Exhale back. Inhale front. Feel it in your glutes. Feels good. I don't know why. It makes me smile. Maybe that makes me crazy. All right, bring it back through to center. Let's go to the little cantaloupe. Ready? 1, 2. Control. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring it back up. Reach up. And then bring your hands down. Come back into child's pose. Extend your chest towards the earth. Arms out in front of you. Come back to your breath here. Come back to your intention. Now downward facing dog. Bring your feet or your big toes to touch the back of your mat. Extend your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee. Open your hips up. Try and stack your hips here. Now inhale. Leg comes back to center. Exhale, like you're coming into cat pose. Bring your knee towards your nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, take it over to your left knee. In or left elbow. Exhale, take it to your right elbow. Now come into half pigeon. Your right leg comes to the top of your mat. Now take a moment here, sit up tall. So I'm going to walk up with my hands, left leg extends behind me. Press the top of your left foot into the earth. Now, inhale, lift tall. Exhale, begin to walk forward. Now, if you have tight hips like I do, this is my first edge right here. But each inhale, create space. Create ease, create whatever it is your body needs. And each exhale, allow yourself to move into this a little bit deeper. Now, just to show you where ultimately you want to come all the way down, extending your arms in front of you, but don't just rush there. With each breath, slowly work to that place. This pose has always been torture to me, and it is torturous sometimes now, but not as much because I don't allow it to. And you're in half pigeon, so I'm just sitting up so I can talk and you can understand me a little better. But it's one of these poses that our brains tell us we want to get out of, and that's where the magic happens. It's when that control that I talked about, the theme of this, when we were just controlling our movements, it takes a lot of brain power at first. But then once we teach ourselves, we create muscle memory. Our brains are muscles. And we create muscle memory. The more we do those movements we just did, the more control we get without thinking about it. The same thing mentally. When we're in places we don't want to be or situations we don't, like this pose, and we train our brain to become comfortable with the uncomfortable, or be comfortable when things aren't the way that we want them to be. Just to accept as it is. That's a superpower, because ultimately that's the only thing in life we can control, is how we experience things and what's going on the inside. And a part of that is giving up control where we don't have it. Anything outside of our brains and our bodies, we don't have control. So, is there anything you can let go of here? Is there anything you're trying to control but cannot? Or can you put your focus more on controlling yourself, controlling how you experience things, and the need to not control anything else? Next, inhale, walk your hands back in. Take it nice and slowly. I know you've been in longer than I have. This is a pretty intense pose. When you're ready, curl your back toes. Come back to downward dog. If you want to lift your leg and shake it out, do whatever your body needs right here. And then we'll prepare for the left side. So bringing big toes together, left leg reaches to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Inhale long, exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale long, exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, bring it long. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Bring your foot in and walk your right leg back. Get tall here. If you're falling over on your left hip, you don't want that. Press the top of your right foot. You want your hips squared. Your hips may not come down to the earth. Mine don't. So inhale tall. Exhale. Keeping your right hip towards the earth. Squaring your hips. Inhale. Long. Exhale. Lower. Now don't cheat yourself here. Stay in this pose. I'm only sitting up so you can hear me, but keep breathing into this pose. Are you holding on and trying to control something that you don't need to? Or are you holding on to tension? Usually when we're holding on to tension, it's a result of trying to control something we have no control over. Bring into that the things that you do have control over. The power to stay calm, the power to breathe, the power to bring good energy into your body, good thoughts. Visualize yourself replacing any tension, any tightness, any thoughts like I want to get out of this, or any thoughts that no longer serve you. Use that. Use your breath. Use this time to let those things go and replace them. Again, with the things you do have control over. Peace, gentleness, grace, acceptance. Now walk your hands slightly back in towards your body. And this time just bring your right leg around to meet your other. Okay, sit up tall here. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back up. Come up one vertebra at a time. Arms out in front of you. On the exhale, belly in. Begin to lower down, gaze at your toes. Reach your arms overhead. All right, exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side here. Now, extend your left leg long, and then your right leg is going to come to a 90-degree angle. So think about when we were in balance and we were standing up and we lifted our right leg up and then we opened it up to the side. So that's the same thing we're going to do, but this is a good test of how open our hips are too. So essentially when you're standing, you want to be able to be flat against a wall, but belly in here. Belly's in and up, protect your low back. On the exhale, this hip, we don't want it to come up. On the exhale, begin to open your right hip up. Now, if you get to the point where your left hip lifts, come back out. Now, at first, mine only comes to about here, my leg, but inhale, belly in and up. Exhale, maybe you find a little bit more. Breathing into your hip, breathing into your inner thigh. With each breath, mine's getting a little more open. I found the fireplace that's giving me a little support, which you can always use something for support here too. Now, inhale, bring it back to center. Hug your knee in. Take a twist here. Leg comes over to the left. Extend your right arm out. Breathe into this. Really breathe into your spine. Inhale, create space. Exhale, allow your hips to stack. Inhale through center. Bring that sole of your foot down. Switch out your legs. Inhale, belly in and up. Exhale, begin to open your leg out to the left. Come to your first edge and just breathe there. Don't try and force it. When we just stick with the breath, controlling your breath, controlling your thoughts as far as you're not letting anything else come in right now. Just your breath, breathing nourishment, openness. Bring it back through center. Inhale, knee in. Exhale, twist. This should feel pretty yummy. Bring it back through to center and take recline butterfly. Soles of your feet come together. Right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly, and close your eyes here. Take a moment to tune in. Take a moment to tune in to what you want to bring away from this practice with you, what you want to bring into your week, your day, or maybe into your life on an everyday basis. And whether that might be giving up control of things you cannot control or learning to control what goes on the inside. Remember, it's a practice just like yoga. But the more we practice, the easier it is. For myself, it's controlling my reactions. It's coming to moments like this and pausing and controlling my breath and my thoughts, taking inventory. Things like blame or impatience, reactiveness. I imagine those just leaving, floating out of the top of your head into the earth where they're no longer needed. Replacing it with calmness, with acceptance. With being content with what we have. Bring your knees back to center. Release your hands and take up space. Prepare for your savasana. And this is still an important pose. It allows our practice to absorb into your body, and placing your hands with your palms facing up. It's allowing this energy, your practice, to be absorbed. Take a couple follow-up breaths. Inhale big. Exhale to sigh. Inhale big. Let go of all effort, side out. From this place of stillness, mental and physical stillness. Enjoy your savasana. Begin to bring some awareness back into your body. Wiggle your hands and feet. Take a full body stretch here. Hug your knees in. Come on to one side. And think of something good and true about yourself. And think about what you're taking away from this practice with you. When you're ready, press yourself up to an easy seated position. Extend your arms by your side. Inhale, scoop up this yummy energy you created. Exhale, bring it to your heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love inside of you. Namaste.